Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings. So, looks like Harley got himself about a solid 9-year run there. Game has been running for 193 years, most of that has been us. Kind of unfortunately. Let's see, we are currently Queen Eleonora. We are 16 years old, just turned 16, so Harley must have played the Regency Council. We are the Queen of Ireland, Sweden, Scotland, and Wales, so nothing particularly new there. We are betrothed to the heir to the kingdom of Pomerania, matrilineally. That's interesting. So if this guy dies, our husband gets an heir. Oh, they're on agnatic, cognatic, elective, gavel kind. That's a bit unfortunate. So it's possible that we may not be able to get Pomerania. Pomerania is, of course... That's Pomerania. We are looking for Pomerania, which is this one. Which is... Oh, we have a second one there. We are looking at this kingdom here. Apparently there's some de jure drift going on, but we're looking at potentially inheriting this, which would be fascinating if we manage to pull it off. So, we probably do end up wanting to kill this guy as soon as possible. We won't get any of his other titles, like the Kingdom of Poland. Pomerania would actually then be merged into Poland, and then we would get Pomerania down here. So, do we have plot power on him? A little bit. We have 87.3% plot power. We'll go ahead and do this. And we'll auto-invite. But we're not going to put too much work into this as of right now. We'll just see what happens. We'll wait for these wars that we're apparently in to finish up. We finished our education in the ways of war. We feel that we have truly found our calling. We are a brilliant strategist, so that's fantastic. Plus 9 martial. War is a continuation of politics. So we have a 14 martial skill. That's super solid. The stats on this guy are mediocre. I have to assume this betrothal was done purely for his claim to the Kingdom of Pomerania. So, let's take a look at our laws here. Looks like status of women hasn't moved up at all, which is a little exciting. Sweden, did we go to... Nope. Realm inheritance is still on free. Okay. Did we lose anything in any of our other title laws? Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Centralization is still on high. We're on late feudal... we're on late administration. Not feudal. Late feudal. That's not a thing. There are people we know that follow different traditions than those of the Catholic faith. We've spoken to them and asked them about it, and now it doesn't seem so strange to us. We now have sympathy for pagans. So, that's going to be actually kind of useful. We do have some pagan subjects. Looks like Denmark has broken up here, and we did actually get back some of the Danish territories up here, looks like. So Harley must have pressed those at some point. Looks like we also got a little chunk out of Brittany, and we are currently fabricating in Brittany. What is our council up to right now? This guy is still training troops. This might be the guy that we told to train troops, who knows. We'll research econ tech there, and cultural tech there, and he is studying tech. Excellent. We can call in the King of Pomerania. We really... failed arrest attempt by us. Okay. So this guy's pretty upset with us. He's currently in seclusion with his court, but... We're going to go ahead and call in Pomerania. There we go. We are unmarried. We should do this betrothal. Where is the betrothed can get married? Perhaps we have to let this tick or something. We do have a lot of people we could imprison. 52%, 48%, 30%, 31%. We're going to not do this just yet. We will wait until we get out of some of these wars before we attempt to do any of that. Gwent might pass out of our realm. Well, that is in Wales, and we do have controlled realm inheritance in Wales, so we shouldn't have to worry about that, theoretically. We need an ambition. Let's go ahead and groom an heir. Increase fertility. That will be excellent. There we go. We can press some de jure claims. We're not going to be doing that immediately. We do have some very, very dangerous factions indeed. Gavelkind succession in Ireland and Sweden. These guys are really angry. They are primarily angry because of opinion of predecessor, minus 106. What do you do to our vassals, Harley? 106. What about this guy? Do you have the same malice? Okay, no, he does not. But the leader of these factions, like this one here for Sweden, she desires the Kingdom of Scotland. She just is being a jerk, is what's happening there. Duchess of the Isles. But like this guy, Chief of Narva, that's the same guy as is leading this. So, almost guaranteed only one of these will pop. But also, almost guaranteed, one of these will pop. This guy... We could actually get her out of this, the High Chiefess of Ostrogothia. And potentially this guy too. And many of these people are probably in both of these factions, is my guess. This guy's opinion of us is already better than his opinion of Guido here. This is our marshal. Well, a big part of our problem is that we have so many vassals underneath us. We really need to form the empire title. What do we actually need to form this title? Let's check in the de jure here. Empire of Britannia. We currently control 64% of its de jure counties. We need to control 80%. We control 43 out of the 67, so we just need to control a few more of these down in England. If we could press our claims on Scandinavia, that would probably do it right there. That's the King of Norger. We would need to press our claims on the Emperor of Scandinavia, which we cannot currently do because we have army levies raised, of course. So it kind of looks like these wars down here, this prepared invasion, we have a lot of allies. He has none. And then there is this revolt, which we are in progress over here dealing with. Interestingly, even though we are sieging both of his counties, apparently there has been nothing happening here. I guess he has no troops at all. So that's interesting. And then there is this holy war for Holstein. And I have to wonder what's going on there. Because we hold Holstein. Is Holstein the duchy? Are they going for the duchy here? Yes, Duchy of Holstein. Okay, so they're just going to take this, I guess. Pomerania will take that. That will become part of Poland. Well, that's not the worst thing. How's Catholicism doing in this region? Still very, very poorly indeed. We are Catholic. And we need to choose a focus. Let's go ahead and take business focus. Just because the money is nice. And we will be needing money going forward. So I think we're pretty much okay to unpause here. We do have an unmarried heir, Princess Snedga here. These are all of our dynasty. That's good. That's very, very good. They're either of our dynasty or bastards of our dynasty. So that is fine. We need to arrange a marriage for her. It needs to be matrilineal, though. Apparently she is independent. So we can only marry her to people in our court. Okay. We can marry her to Dan. That should be fine. It's a bit unfortunate that we can't marry her externally, but that should be okay. And theoretically, if we tick one day... No betrothed can get married? Yeah, okay. I guess we have to let it take a little longer. Council has been discontent for 9 months and will be until 19 January of 964. Okay. So that's going to be obnoxious. Also, this whole nonsense is going to be obnoxious. We do have a fair number of allies, so we are... Do we have Italy on our side currently? Let's take a look here. Let's see, this guy... Matrilineally betrothed to the Duchy of... heir to the Duchy of Salerno. That's interesting. They're of the same house. So, do we have... Yeah, we don't have a defensive pact with them. So Italy's not currently on our side. We do have a few allies, though. Apparently, Aquitaine has renamed itself back to Venice, so that's excellent. Croatia is roughly correct, which is weird. The Umayyads are still a massive, massive problem. Stretching all the way from here to here. From Portugal to Germany. We're going to have to deal with them, but Scandinavia is definitely the bigger threat to us right now, at least. We are broken up into 2 armies here. Well, let's go ahead and leave the larger one here and take the smaller one and stick it up here so we can siege simultaneously. Let's just tick forward a little bit, at least until we get the betrothed can marry. Okay, there we go. There's that. We do have a steward that we could put this guy on the council, perhaps. He'll be a malcontent, probably, but maybe he won't. Yeah, he's a malcontent. Well, could be worse. He still hates us quite a lot. However, putting more vassals on our council is definitely a good thing once they are no longer discontent. Because once they're no longer discontent, then they would be forbidden from joining factions. Which would be good, because these factions are spooky. We currently have a max levy of 3411. Of that, we have 3676 raised. Some of those must be event troops. We have our retinues there, and we have 5,000 from vassals. Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting to get them all together, if we have any rebellions going on. So, I guess we just go ahead and tick forward a little bit here. Pomerania is going to come help us in this nonsense war. Really doesn't need to, but better safe than sorry. So why can't we do this betrothal? Why is this not going through yet? He's 17, we're 16. Should be okay. Hey, we just won the Holy War. Excellent. King Tobias of Pomerania. So he just took Hamburg here. That's fine. Hey, here we go. Excellent. We'll marry matrilineally. There we go. We will go ahead and take the gold. Prestige will just kind of accumulate naturally. That is just fine. So we are now down to these 2 wars. This is the revolt. The only reason we are at negative war score here is because we have not occupied anything, which we're currently working on doing. So, and then there's this prepared invasion of Pomerania. Now that the Holy War is over, though, let's see, he has... Is it just those 8,000 troops there? This guy, I think. Jarl of Svithjod. How's he the Jarl of Svithjod? Is a Jarldom essentially a duchy? I think it is. Yeah. Jarldom is essentially the duchy. We have the Kingdom of Svithjod, which under our culture was renamed to Sweden. Gotcha. So this guy has a total of 9.35k. He has some troops scattered around up here. This is his main body. And it looks to me like as long as these guys all group up, they should be just fine. I don't think they'll need our help. There is this revolt down here, a peasant revolt, but that looks like it's probably going to get crushed here. since it is just a peasant revolt, is mostly these dangerous factions that are keeping me from really wanting to forge ahead. We are very young. Hopefully people will respect us better than our previous ruler, because 14 Marshal is a whole lot better than the, what, 3 that we had before? Probably, something like that. We are ambitious. People will be a little angry. We have expelled the Jews, apparently. We could welcome them back in, which we should. Hello, Jews. Will you loan us money? There we go. Get out of here, Jews. She'll go to the crown. Excellent. So now we have a bunch of money. Let's go ahead and use that money to recruit up a cavalry retinue. It looks like Harley already recruited a cavalry and a pikeman retinue, so that's absolutely perfect. We'll just recruit another cavalry retinue, and then we don't have enough for 2 more cavalry retinues, obviously. So we're gonna just go ahead and park this retinue over in Kildare, where it can regenerate. 7 soldiers per month, theoretically. Okay, High Chief of Ostrogothia has usurped the title High Chiefdom of Ostrogothia from the old High Chief of Ostrogothia. Well, who are you? You're apparently a powerful vassal. Oh wow, I see why you're a powerful vassal. Well, we may have to do something about that eventually. He is very upset at us, mostly because he's not on the council. We have a chancellor spot open, actually. We should make him be a chancellor. It's his best stat, and it would make him happier. Not very much. Oh, because we're both ambitious. Okay. Well, mostly he doesn't like us. That's going to be the case with a lot of people for a lot of time. We do need to get this wrapped up, hopefully before one of these factions pops, although their number of troops is going down slowly, but going down nonetheless. We should join a society, and it should maybe be a safer society than Lucifer's Own. For one thing, we don't have any sins, but we could go for the Benedictines, perhaps, or the Dominicans. Let's go ahead and go for the Benedictines. Yep, it's a great honor. We'll do it. We are now a Donatus. Sounds good. Let's set our crown focus. We'll set that straight up in Dublin. There we go. Our Chancellor was down here in Brittany working on this. What claims did we have down here? We can't actually see because we have army levies raised. Interestingly, Brittany holds something here. Awkward. Brittany holds the temple here in Gloucester. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and keep him improving diplomatic relations. Wow, I did not mean to do that. I meant to do fabricating claims. Can't change it now, though. I guess he'll be improving diplomatic relations for a year. So that's, you know, useful. And we can send Tobias into hiding. Oh, people are trying to kill him? We don't want him to die, at least not until he gives us a child and inherits the kingdom of Pannonia. So we'll go ahead and send him into hiding. There we go. How is our plot going here? Actually super well. To kill the king of Pomerania and Pannonia. We could get this up quite a lot if we bribe this guy. How much does he want? 95 gold. We'll give it a go. There we go. That should give us enough plot power to kill him, theoretically. Assuming he says yes, which he should. There we go. 114%. That will be enough to hopefully kill him eventually. Excellent. Excellent. Our sieges are progressing nicely here. Hypothetically, should we assault this? No, we should not assault this. Raiders. Excellent. Just what we always needed. Oh, that's actually a host. We'll swing down and take care of that after we have this dealt with. Blaud's blessing, apparently, upon thee, Donatus Eleonora. The Order and God cares much for the souls of our members. As such, we would like to advise you to go on a pilgrimage, since you have not yet done so. Okay, well, go ahead and do that. Do we do that here? Yes, we do. We have to be at peace to do that, so we cannot do that currently. We can also designate a regent. We'll go ahead and make it be this guy who doesn't hate us. So, our husband here is in hiding. He should, I believe, be the target of a plot. And it is here. Yep. Only 14.7% plot power. But that's okay. We'll keep him that way for now. Hey, our factions are actually going away. Gavelkind succession is down to 70% now. And that is a raider. Because of course it is. We'll go ahead and move these guys into Ossuary so that they're a little bit less vulnerable there. Excellent. What is going on up here? Scandinavia is Ulsturian Holy War for Huis. We cannot join this war, can we? No, we cannot join that war, except for crusades/jihads and for supporting their claims outside our realm. They're holy warring, so I have to assume they know what they're doing. If they lose, they won't lose territory from that. So, it should be okay. Theoretically. Assuming I understand everything that's happening up there. We do want to fight Scandinavia, particularly for Northumberland up here, and potentially for Buchan, which I believe they renamed. Duke Abondio of Powys has given us bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning this guy, our marshal's, sexual preferences. How should we use this juicy information? Well, he, if I recall correctly, was in some of our factions. He is on our council, though, so that's going to stop here in a little under a year. But we can threaten him with exposure unless he stays out of all factions. We'll see how he responds. He did not. He didn't care. Okay, that's fine. And we do have this coming in over here. This is... what disease is this? Camp fever has broken out. Okay. That is just fine. Hey, that's convenient. Yeah, you beat up on those guys, Queese. Okay, this guy wants us to back his plot on fabricating a claim on the chiefdom of Tajust, which would displace our current marshal with this guy. He is chief of Moray. No, we're not going to help him. Hey, look at this. Pomerania's coming. We really don't need you here, Pomerania. But, I mean, this is fine, I guess. So, we can go ahead and assault this, probably. We do outnumber them 5-1. It's a little bit on the spooky side, but we can give it a go, at least. Especially now that it's progressing fast enough. I don't think we need to. We cannot... oh, I selected that army as well. There we go. Okay. So we just wrap up this war. We are just about done with it. Who are these guys? Northumberland. They're raiders. Okay. This is one of the reasons why we need to get Scandinavia out of here. There's just raiders everywhere, and they don't even need boats to get to us. Really annoying. We're going to go ahead and take these guys. Not these guys. These guys up here and deal with some of these. Actually, come down and deal with this host. There we go. What do you want? This is the Duke of Gwent. He surrenders, even though he's only at 92%. So he would lose 200 prestige, he would be imprisoned by us, and we would gain 50 prestige. That is acceptable. So he gets the oubliette. There we go. And what was the point of this war, is the question. I'm not actually sure why we were fighting that war. I think Harley was just trying to imprison that guy. So we'll go ahead and fight this host off. There we go. Get out of here, you host. Yeah, that's what I thought. We are currently at minus 5% on this prepared invasion. Where is his main force? Here? Yeah, that's Fithjod's main force there. Okay, looks like Pomerania is sieging back. They're not really grouped up, which is unfortunate. And we are currently surrounded by a couple of host fleets, which will make it really exciting to try to get over there. Okay, we just mop this up over here. Okay, next one should probably be a wipe, or the one after. Pomerania's army is currently here, which is a bit unfortunate. They should be down defending themselves. Okay, we captured this guy. Anybody want to ransom him? No? Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and group all of these guys up. Probably in Gwent. And let's go ahead and shut the gates, since we now have a disease in our capital. We'll go ahead and do that. Should we forbid ourselves from leading armies? I don't know, we're pretty good at it. Let's not do that. Of course, we also do not currently have an heir. Urbano is suffering from the epidemic. That is this guy, our kinsman. He holds no titles and just has a weak claim on the Kingdom of Italy. Let's go ahead and throw him out. Actually, we'll help him. We'll help him as well as we can, which is not very well. Okay, so we do want to actually go help out in this war, probably. So let's go ahead and... do we have any fleet levies of our own yet? No, we do not. Let's go ahead and raise vassal fleets. Now, there is this host right here, which is pretty unfortunate. In fact, there's also a Swedish fleet over here. Well, a lot of our vassal fleets may die trying to do this. But let's just take all of them over to Gwent. Like that. We'll see how many get there. It may be many, it may be few. What is going on here? That's a big old stack attacking our allies. The Umayyads? They are attacking... Hang on. This is not the top liege. Here's the top... This is the top liege. He is doing an Umayyad holy war for Bavaria. So that's probably what's happening here. Well, the Umayyad Empire needs to get bigger, I guess. That's exactly what's needed. Oh, it looks like they're actually not going to fight our boats. That's nice of them. Yeah, they're just letting us through. Okay. Very nice of them indeed. Tobias has been hiding from his enemies for some time now, living in relative isolation. The experience seems to have changed him. We find that he no longer shows a physical interest in us the same way he used to. That's no good. That's no good at all. That's in fact really, really bad. Our husband is now celibate and we have no children. Huh. Do we have to take like a seduction focus or something? This guy's not very likely to actually succeed. We'll go ahead and take him out of hiding. But as far as actually getting a child with him goes, it's extremely unlikely. Perhaps we can take a seduction focus at some time in the future. Currently we cannot until 967. Okay. So we'll just work on wrapping up this war. Really wish he hadn't done that. It'd be very convenient if he, you know, wasn't celibate. We'll go ahead and head on over here. There we go. Yeah, alliances. Obnoxious. Obnoxious. So those factions are still growing over there. We did not lose any of our retinues, so that is good. We are actually close to being able to get another pike retinue, which would be reasonably solid. But for now, let's go ahead and spend our money down on buildings. 65 troops, 45 light cavalry, 40 pikemen, and 15% pikemen morale. That's going to take up pretty much all of our money, though. Let's go ahead and go for Stables 1 here. Oh my, we do not have much done in Clondalkin. Okay. So we'll go ahead and go for the castle town, just so that we get money faster, which is always handy. We are currently apparently losing money. I have to assume it's because of our boats. So many boats. We almost are ready to put our boats down, though. Actually, instead of going there, why don't we attack Svithjod directly? By going to, like, Ostrogothia. There we go, our council is now content. That's going to be a big deal in making sure that these rebellions don't happen. Okay. And in we go. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. We will finish up this war in the next episode. So until then, I will see you all next time.